Friends and family, this is Megan Board, aka 처음은 미국 사람. I don't know, there's questions that I get all the time, but I didn't really screen cap who asked. But the first question that I get all the time is, did I lighten my skin? But I'm originally very light. Before I moved to Korea, I lived in sunny Orlando, Florida. I went to the University of Central Florida, UCF, go Knights, where it's freaking sunny and hot every single day. So I was naturally a little bit darker than my normal self. I always had a tan line. Now, I do not have a tan line. And I don't know why some of you guys complain and say I'm lighter now. If you look at my old videos, like here's some old videos. In natural lighting, I'm very, very light. You change colors depending on what the lighting is. It's not nothing you can control. I can't control the way I'm this color. I don't make any effort to change it. I don't go tanning. But I do wear sunscreen though, but not in an effort to stay light, just in an effort to protect my skin, because I'm not trying to be looking all old and wrinkly like some of those people that I would see in Florida who are a bit older, who went tanning and didn't use sunscreen and looks really old and wrinkly and leathery. Like that's not gonna be me, okay? So you best believe I'm gonna be putting on sunscreen. And some of you guys even say stuff like, you need to go get a tan. You want me to go you want me to go put myself in harm's way to get a tan just so that I can be darker because you think that looks better. Like, I don't. So anyway, no, I did not bleach my skin. Will I ever bleach my skin? No, because I'm whatever color I am. In the summer, you will notice I will naturally be a little bit more sun-kissed and darker. In the winter, you will notice I will be a little bit lighter. In natural lighting, I will be a little bit lighter, which is why I'm not turned this way, because if I turn this way and have the camera right here, I'm gonna be hella pale and you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, you look so pale, just like in my previous video. And some of you guys will look at my pictures of like when I was a kid and be like, look, when she was a kid, she was darker. Of course, because what do kids do? Especially back in the day, you know, when I grew up, we're outside all day, so of course I was sun-kissed and yellow. Anyway, I feel like I ramble on too long. I'm sorry. I just feel very passionate about this because every picture there's a debate about my race, ethnicity, and why I'm so light and skin bleaching, etc. Oh, so now on to you guys' just sent questions on Twitter. I should ask you guys on Snapchat too. That would be fun. Let me ask you right now. Hold on a second. Oh no. Questiones. Oh yeah. Oh, right there. Okay. So the first question comes from Sky. Will you have meetups over the summer? So I'm thinking about having a meetup this month. Actually, I'm not sure because I don't know where, because the last meetup I had, it was a very, very, very big turnout, and so I'm trying to figure out where to have it. Okay. Safa asked, Safa, okay, I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. Do you still feel like a foreigner in Korea? So the short answer is yes. So there was this time when my friend was going to hang out with a Korean American friend, and that person just came to Korea and they didn't speak any Korean very much at all. And so my Korean friend was like, you know, even though I just hung out with him and he doesn't know anything about Korean culture and barely speaks Korean, even when I talk to you, you know stuff about Korean culture and you speak fluent Korean, I still feel like he's more like me. And he's like, I know it's just because of like the Korean culture, how we're surrounded by Korean people, so we have this mentality of like, if you don't look like us, then you're kind of them. So even if you do like speak Korean and like fluently and you're a part of the culture and they treat you like a Korean, still because you don't look Korean now and people aren't used to the idea of foreigners participating in Korean culture. Like in America, we have so many people from other countries, but they're American, right? They speak English like fluently. They know all the culture, like they're American. So for us, it's not weird to see people who don't look like what we would classify looking American looks like, because we have so many cultures anyway. But Korea is still 97% Korean, 3% foreign. And out of that foreigners, like 60% are Chinese or something. So there's a very small percent of people who don't look Asian. So I was like, all right, you know, I get it a little bit. But anyway, so you still kind of feel that way. Because even if you speak like good Korean, they're still like, oh, you know, how do you speak Korean so well and blah, blah, blah. Have you been in Korean so long? Are you Korean? Like, is your dad Korean or something? And I'm like, nah. But I think as more foreigners come and actually learn Korean and participate in the Korean culture, then they'll get used to it and it'll just be a part of life because, you know, they'll be globalized and people will be integrated in, etc. Okay, so YOLO, oh, Yola, I thought I said YOLO. Yola said, I know you must miss your family very much in the States. Have you ever thought about bringing your family to Korea to visit you? I have, but they have no interest in coming to Korea and they don't have passports. So like this process is gonna be very, very long. Selena Zuniga asked, after moving to Korea, do you find it more easier to have a healthy diet than you did in America? I think for sure the Korean diet is way more healthy than the American diet just because it's centered on rice and grains and like side dishes and vegetables. And people here tend to have this mindset that vegetables are vitamins, minerals, nutrients, things you need to live. So when I tell people in Korea like, oh, you know, I don't eat meat, the first response they have is something like, 그래서 피부가 좋구나. Or they'll be like, 그래서 날씬하니까. Like they have this association that if you don't eat lots of meat and stuff, that you will have clearer skin, you know, you'll be more in shape. Because for them, you know, you get nutrients and vitamins from vegetables, from the earth, etc. So even like at the meat places, the amount of meat that they eat is still a lot less than what we would like in America, mainly because there's a lot of meat on the table. However, there's like 4 people eating it, and you eat the meat with lettuce wraps. You know, you put rice, meat, you know, kimchi, you know, maybe they always have roasted garlic, and you eat it in a big lettuce ball. You know, think of what are the Korean staples of their diet: rice, kimchi. So Sapa asked, how do you stay so slim and in shape? Love you lots, by the way. So I think I'm gonna make a video soon about like my diet and stuff because you guys have been asking, and you guys know I've been on a plant-based diet for I think 8 months now. It's been a long time. 8 months since I've just been eating plants, no eggs, no dairy. It was at that time that I started weight training, and I started pole dance, you know, a few months before then. So anyway, I'll probably make a full video about like, I don't know, my health, you know, what I usually eat in a day. But I don't want it to just be like one day of eating. I want it to be like what I might generally eat so you guys can see. So, anyway. Shay.
Also, y'all, what is your favorite part about living in Korea?
So my favorite part about living in Korea, I would have to say, is definitely the food. Oh my God. How many times do I have to tell you guys about my sweet potato love and my love for like the random vegetable like dishes and rice? Like I love rice and grains, like food, definitely. So someone asked, is pole dancing a good way to get fit? For sure it is. I also did weight training at first too. But I did do pole like a few months before I started weight training, and I would say for sure that it did, you know, do some changes and make me a lot more fit and a lot more strong, for sure. But the thing that it does do is make your arms very big. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, my arms are a lot bigger than they used to be. I used to have like really scrawny arms, and it is hard at first. So if you do it, then stick with it. Please don't quit. It takes time to improve. It really does. Okay, so that's it for all the questions today. You know, maybe I'll keep doing these Q&As every once in a while. I'll try and do them like very often. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video and like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like me on Facebook, and I will see ya.